Good morning. Tough act to follow, huh? How about one more round of applause for our actors this morning? My name is Steve Cox, and on behalf of the entire Alkon family, I'd like to welcome you to our 2016 Technology and Training Conference. We know that networking with your industry colleagues is a big part of the value our conference brings to you. This year, there are a lot of network peers, or peers for you to network with. We have attendees from 20 countries on 5 different continents from 193 companies. If you haven't already, don't forget to download the Customer Conference app from either iTunes or the Google Play Store. From the app, you can view class schedules and descriptions, create your own personal schedule, and interact with others. For those of you just joining us here today, Saturday and Sunday we had 200 users here getting 2 days worth of training. Like our regional training events, the focus is on making sure our users are improving their skills and getting the most out of our systems. Alkon takes great pride in supporting our industry around the world. Locally, regionally, and nationally, supporting those that support us is of paramount importance. Mr. Ken Robinson, are you in the room? Mr. John Cromeans, if you are, would you please stand up? So these two gentlemen founded our company in Birmingham, Alabama in 1976 with just a handful of other folks. Our 600 employees today worldwide are proud to serve this great industry in 75 countries from 15 offices around the world. Thank you too for bringing us along. We hear from you, our customers, regularly the importance of integration amongst our products. We also think that it's important to present ourselves as an integrated company. You will notice that many of the business unit names you have dealt with for years will be transitioning to the Alkon moniker. Same great products, same great people, working under a unified worldwide brand. With that, I would like to turn it over to our President and CEO, Mr. Phil Ramsey.
Good morning, everyone. It's great to see so many friends back, and we appreciate you coming to see us. In addition to the excitement generated by Donald and Hillary, or in spite of, we are very excited to, we have a great lineup this morning to show you all of our new product developments and new products. So what I wanted to speak to this morning is to set a bit of the business stage and business background to explain how our industry is doing, our company, and our product direction. So starting with the industry, I think there's a couple of ways to measure the health of the industry. The first and most impressive is if you just look around, we have over 500 industry leaders here that have given up part of your weekend or all of the weekend and your Halloween holiday to come in and try to improve your business and improve the industry. So that to me speaks volumes about the health of the industry. The second way we can measure the health of the industry is through for North America, through the National Ready-Mix Concrete Association Industry Data Survey. And that has shown steady growth. So when the industry shows steady growth, we're very much a part of the industry. And that means Alkon has seen steady growth over the last few years. So on this graph on the left, you see the black bars. The black bars indicate the downturn in 2008, 2009 for the US financial crisis and recession. Then the blue bars that start ticking up indicate that the Command Alkon growth in revenue during those years was primarily a result of the international business that just kept on going, even though the US and some other countries were down. And then the next 4 bars are the green bars, so that indicates that the primary growth of the company was through the North American market. And in fact, last year, you can see we've closed our fiscal year. The company grew in just North America by 8%, and overall worldwide, our total growth was 6.2% for 2016. So what have we done with this revenue? We've used that revenue strength to invest in 2 things. One is new products, which you'll see this morning and throughout the conference, and also new services and what we've called our account services organization that Monty Newport will be filling you in on in a few minutes. So in the product area, you can see the growth and the same revenue growth on the graph to the right. And we've translated those dollars into improvement in product development. In fact, since 2011, the investment in R&D that we're making on an annual basis is up 63%. Today, that means over $14 million we're spending on research and development for products alone, and that's over 150 development and quality control people. In addition to the products, we're also investing in on a year-over-year basis. We have gone from 500 to 600 employees this year on purpose. That's a big growth for us. And we really targeted 2 areas. One is the product development I just spoke about, and just on a year-over-year basis, we've increased that by 35% worth of investment. And then our account services organization, just on year-over-year, we've added 25% new people in that area. So we're investing internally in products. We're investing internally in our services. We're also working with industry partners, and it's my pleasure this morning to announce that McNeilus is announcing their Flex truck controls. So this is a touchpad that can control all the functions of the truck electronically, and our FiveCubits Track It unit has been working together hand in hand with McNeilus to put that all on one Android display. So you have one display in the cab for safety and efficiency, and that runs both the McNeilus Flex controls on the trucks as well as the FiveCubits Track It application. That gives a single truck display. We've already worked out the integration where whatever the truck is doing at the time based on status and physical things going on the truck, the information you need that the driver needs will automatically pop up when they need it. So best place to see this is McNeilus has brought a truck to the conference. It's outside the 4th floor lobby on the street there. And yes, we do have a parking permit for that. Or join one of the McNeilus sessions as part of the conference. So that's our new development. Of course, Command Alkon is already serving the industry in many, many ways. We're highly connected to the industry. We have 12,000 batch plants for concrete batch plants in operation with you, our customers. We have over 550 ready-mix concrete dispatch systems that includes some 50,000 trucks. We have over 100 million cubic yards of concrete that flow through our Command QC product every day. We have the FiveCubits Track It units in over 35,000 trucks, which puts us, 25,000 trucks for ready-mix, which is the industry-leading position. And our optimization product now is serving and optimizing 20 million cubic yards of delivery involving some 3,000 trucks. In what we call our bulk materials area for aggregate, asphalt, cement, et cetera, we have over 4,000 aggregate locations with our Apex and Supply quarries, over 400 asphalt plants, 100 cement plants, and about 10,000 of the FiveCubits Track It devices, some installed with Haul It and some on a standalone basis. And then a couple of our new products that cover both the ready-mix concrete and the bulk materials is our supplyCONNECT product. So this is a new product that's generated a lot of interest to generate the supply chain based on your orders for concrete and asphalt plants and do an automatic supply chain for the aggregates and materials for those demands. That's installed with 6 customers now. We have several sessions on supplyCONNECT at the conference with Matt Brinker. And we also have our MOBILEconnect products that Keith Rickles will tell you about. We have now 98 customers running the MOBILEconnect products, representing some 17,600 truck applications. So that's a kind of a summary of what we're going to hit, and I think the state of the industry and the state of the company. I'm going to turn it over now to Chris Strickland, our Vice President of Products, who's going to talk a little bit more about our product direction. Chris.
Thank you, Phil. Let's move the mic up. Hillary's a little short. So yeah, my name is Chris Strickland. I'm Vice President for Products. And I'd like to really just give you a little bit of an update of where we're heading from an industry perspective. As Phil mentioned, we are up 35% in our investment in product development. And I wanted to give you an idea of where that investment really is in our people and products. We have 47 projects that are currently underway. These projects are in areas such as integration, mobility, improvements for service or maintenance improvements, international offerings, as well as other new products and services. Now in a minute, you're going to hear from a few of our product subject matter experts. But before we do that, I'd really like to give you a bird's eye view of the way that Alkon is really looking at the construction materials ecosystem or the construction materials supply chain. The four major players in the supply chain are, of course, the contractor, the producer of concrete or asphalt, the raw material supplier, and the hauler, whether that hauler be from barge or by rail or a trucking company or a broker or even an owner-driver. Now, there are unique relationships between all these players in the industry. So let's look at the supply chain loop starting out between the contractor and the producer. An existing demand and supply loop exists between the contractor and the supplier. And one that we're all very familiar with is the relationship between the producer and the raw material supplier that's supplying the raw materials to the ready-mix plant. One of the biggest challenges in the industry that everyone is dealing with is, of course, trucking. Whenever we're going outside of the existing fleet or an owned fleet, we depend on haulers for trucking materials throughout the industry. And then there's even a relationship between the contractor and the hauler, if it's moving dirt or moving waste or bringing other materials into a job site. So if I look at the producer specifically, we have labs, we have ready-mix plants, we have asphalt batching, we have ready-mix trucks. The areas that our products are providing to the producer are plant automation, dispatch, asphalt batching, quality control, supply chain solutions, and mobile applications. If I look at the raw material supplier side, we're providing solutions for dispatch, also fleet and workforce management, site and quarry automation, supply chain, mobile applications, and other areas. And even for the hauler, we have solutions that help with dispatching of trucks, quoting and billing, and also fleet management. So if you look at this picture on the whole, this is really our vision for how we're starting to look at the connectivity between the players in our industry. One of the major themes that you'll hear from Alkon is the importance of data and integration to keep this ecosystem connected. So times they are changing. Your needs are changing, our technology is changing, and Alkon really has to look at different ways to represent our products and our offerings to you to meet those needs. So to talk a little bit more about our products now, I'm going to turn it over to our first subject matter expert, John Wanless, to talk about Track It. Thank you.
Thanks, Chris. The Track It product really plays in that hauler section of the supply chain that Chris mentioned. And there's a reason we positioned it at the bottom of the slide. That's because drivers and trucks are truly the foundation of our supply chain. You depend on them to help hit your revenue targets, but they're also one of your largest costs. Managing these assets is key to a profitable bottom line, but you can't manage what you can't measure. For example, we have probably around 20,000 trucks running Android tablets or feature phones. And although those Android tablets and feature phones provide a lot of benefit, they can't access the critical data coming from the engine, the driver performance data, and the future sensors and hardware that we're going to be integrating into our platform to help ensure the safety and efficiency of your fleets. So this is where the OBC comes in. OBC stands for Onboard Computer, and it enhances the existing feature phone and Android offerings to give you all the current features and functions that our VMX customers enjoy today. It is our gateway to the engine information, the driver behavioral information, and the sensors. And because it's all underneath the dash, it is always tracking this critical data, regardless of the state of the tablet or phone in the truck. This is just one of the innovations that we're coming out with this year. As many of you know, through the OBC and the VMX, we can get engine data, which is very valuable information. With the partnership with McNeilus, we can now get drum data. And through the combination of that engine data, the drum data, as well as the ticket information that we're receiving from dispatch, you can think of numerous various ways that that data can become interesting to help the efficiency of your fleet and the safety of your fleet as well. Integration at Command continues to be a focus. You're going to hear a lot about it at this conference. And I've personally seen unprecedented amounts of integration this year, just working on the development team side. And whether it's for the driver or the manager or your dispatcher or your batchman or your back office, that integration is key to their success and ultimately your company's success. Ever since becoming part of that Command Alkon family, we've received a significant, substantial increase in resources over the last 2 years. And I'm proud to say that nearly 60% of all of our development efforts are invested back into the product, improving features and functions, so we can ensure you continue to have best-of-breed solutions for your fleets. We're now up to 35,000 trucks. That's almost double from where we were a few years ago. Furthermore, we continue to diversify, adding a significant number of dump trucks and cement pneumatics and other non-ready mix vehicles. And that piece of the pie makes up about 1/3 of the trucks that we track. Lastly, if your fleet wants to improve compliance, improve safety, or improve efficiency, FiveCubits has the tools to help. Next, I'd like to introduce Rick Singh, who's going to talk about the benefits of an operational assessment.
So I got to move this down to Hillary level. Hillary. Thank you very much. Thanks, John. My name is Rick Singh, and I work with the Optimization Group. I'm going to talk to you about a couple things very briefly of the services that we offer and some of the products that we offer. The operational assessment touches both the producer and the supplier segments. One of the biggest indicators of how successful you are as an organization is how aggressively curious are you to figure out exactly where you need to improve the most. The operational assessments, that's our goal. With the courage, we get invited in, we have a look, we tell you what you do very well, we compare you to the standards that are the best practices in the industry, and then we look at deep to see how you're playing together, how you're functioning together, and we show you what you don't know, and that creates an awareness. When we leave your site, we leave you with outcomes that are directly bring you immediate value, and then we'll leave you with a detailed document that gives you a roadmap on how you can become more efficient. If you guys are curious about that, we have a course that runs today at noon and a course that runs tomorrow at noon. And it'll go into a lot more detail and explain it out and how we bring value to you through that process. So we ask that you don't take our words for it. We've had a few people that have offered to give us their kind words, and we took little pieces of it to show you. Optimization touches a producer perspective. For those that have not heard of optimization, optimization will help you achieve new levels of efficiency and profitability. And the way that it will do that is that it helps you take full advantage of your fleet and your plant network. It works at it based on a best decision model, all the costs put into it. What it does through that efficiency reduces your cost per yards, increases your margins, the most important or the most valuable intangible resource you have as a ready-mix producer is the decisions that are made with your resources on a day-to-day basis. Optimization gives you consistency in all of those decisions. It takes away customer preference, it takes away fatigue, it takes away illness, and it puts it in to a context of where you're looking at the best cost, optimal level of service to provide your customers consistent performance on a daily basis. We have a large cross-section of customers that utilize that product with success from fleets of over 400 to fleets as small as 40. If you're curious and you want to learn more about it, there's a number of different sessions that are going to go out over these next 2 days. We invite you to see the vision for the next generation of the ready-mix business. So on that, I want to thank you, and I'll turn it over to Matt.
Thanks, Rick. My name is Matt Brinker, and I'm the product manager for supplyCONNECT. And we've spent a lot of time talking about the value of integrating our applications and the things that that can do for you. What I want to talk to you about is integrating your business with your supply chain partners. So we're working with ready-mix producers to use their data and supply not only the raw material producer, but trucking companies with information they need to better serve you. And we start doing that with what we call our inventory module. So we're reading inventory levels straight out of COMMANDbatch and presenting them to you in a web-based UI that's relative to your desired replenishment plan. The real goal behind it is to give you the information you need to make sure the right materials show up to the right place at the right time. As we move forward and we start integrating dispatch-related data in, that's where our demand module kicks in. And this is giving you the flexibility and the tools to figure out how to best serve yourselves. By best serve, I mean making sure the right materials get to the right place at the right time again. Giving truckers the flexibility to serve your plants when it's needed, not necessarily every time that you ask for it. The real key behind supplyCONNECT is the integrated businesses, working with your trusted partners to make sure that you're getting the best service you can possibly get, whether it's an admixture provider that is looking at their inventory levels at your batch plants to make sure you always have the material on hand that you need, or trucking companies that are working with you to make sure that the materials are showing up at the right time. We're proud to announce today that our inventory module is ready for limited release. And we're working very hard on the back end to make sure our demand module is going to be ready for limited release come January. So that's going to include integrations with Command Series and Integra as well. So supplyCONNECT is very real. We're working with 4 different ready-mix companies right now, encompassing 24 plants. But the real key concept behind it is the trusted partners. So we're also working with one particular material supplier and one trucking company to make sure that the right materials are getting to your ready-mix plants at the right time. If you'd like to learn more about supplyCONNECT, come see me this afternoon or tomorrow. We have a couple of different sessions going on, and I'd be happy to talk to you more about it. Now I'd like to turn it over to Keith Rickles to talk about MOBILEconnect.
Thank you, Matt. 4 years ago at the customer conference, we introduced the MOBILEconnect suite of products, announcing our entrance into mobile application development. MOBILEconnect applies to all 4 areas of the ecosystem, aligning with our strategic initiative to provide creative, innovative solutions that are integrated across our entire suite of products. When we started 4 years ago, we had 6 people in the group, and we were able to get 1 deployment in that first year after the customer conference. We focused most of 2014 and the first half of 2015 on really creating stable, scalable products that were highly integrated across all the Command Alkon product lines. From 2015 on into 2016, we started focusing more on features, which is why you see the rapid growth that's occurred this year. As you heard earlier, we've achieved 98 customers installed and using MOBILEconnect products, and we've now grown to 43 employees. We expect this growth to continue into next year. We're going to take a quick look at the 4 products that we're currently using within the MOBILEconnect suite. On the left side, you'll see the growth of the product, and on the right side, a screenshot or 2 of what the product is. Mobile commerce is a tool that you can use to turn over to your customers, connecting your back office to their back office. The main goal of it is to help eliminate some of the games that contractors will sometimes play with. I can't pay this right now because I don't have all the tickets to tie back into the invoice, or I haven't even received the invoice. It's a way for you to quickly and efficiently get that information to them to help speed up the payment process. Mobile job site is also something you can turn over to your customers. It's for the foreman who's on the job, somebody who's actually waiting on the trucks. They can see the trucks routing on the map. They can look at the statuses of the orders. If you've got it turned on, they can actually see the weights as well for specified work. You can look in the future to see if your orders have been confirmed for the future. You can also look in the past and copy an order forward that goes into your dispatch office, as well as placing new orders for new projects that you have. Mobile sales is sales automation for your sales guys to keep them out in the field in front of your customers. They can quickly and easily create a quote, convert it to an awarded project, send it into your dispatch system to where it can then have an order placed against it. They can also use it to track all their contacts with their customers. And finally, we have mobile ticket, electronic ticketing and electronic signatures for our industry. We've done a lot of work this year with compliance, and now ASTM C94 officially recognizes electronic ticketing as a method for approving received materials on specified work. On that foundation, we're now starting to work with the DOTs to find out what are their concerns and what can we do to help them move towards electronic ticketing. But we already have a lot of customers who are using this for residential and commercial construction projects. It's going to help you move to a paperless office and be more closely connected with your customers, because what happens on the job site is now going to be captured and automatically brought back into your dispatch system, meaning preliminary invoicing is easier and invoice accuracy goes up. I'd like to introduce Monty Newport, who's going to come and talk about our account services and customer success program.
Good morning. Nice to see everyone out there. A lot of old friends, a lot of new folks. In fact, Michael Wilson told us this year, 50% of the attendees, it's the first time that you've come to one of our conferences, so we're excited to welcome all of you here today. There we go. Push the button hard enough, it'll work. One of the things Phil mentioned earlier was an investment that Alkon has made in our customer support services. That's an important investment to us because we were challenged by a vision that he brought forward last year that we're continuing forward that's become a bit more of a mission for us on the services side within Alkon, and that is to provide A+ customer support and A+ customer relationships. Outside of my children's grades from schools, which never quite make A+, A+ stands for excellence, and that's what we're trying to achieve with what we're doing with our services. So we're taking that investment, and we've already started by growing our Command product support resources by over 36 people. We've invested in a product called Enhanced Call Center that we hope will allow us to help you with your call routing to our services teams more effectively, more efficiently, providing you with a more positive customer experience. And we're also making the move over the next 18 months to a new CRM help desk system, which again, we look to help us be more effective. In fact, internally, it will allow us one view of all of our customers. We hope that will make us more effective in supporting you and your needs. We've taken our traditional support teams and we've tied them together in what we now call the Account Services Organization. You might hear some people refer to it as ASO. We're trying to transition from something breaks, you call us, we fix it, we hang up the phone and wait for you to call us again, to a true relational support structure. We've added 3 regional account services managers, whom I'll introduce to you a bit later, that will really head up services for the Americas and be a one-stop shop for you to communicate related to your service interests. And we've also expanded the number of technical account managers who coordinate services across all of Alkon's service divisions to keep the information flow between you and them accurate. We've also developed a customer success organization, and their responsibility is the development of content and material to help you more effectively utilize the investment that you have with us right now, those products and the services that we provide to more effectively utilize those to get the outcomes you're after, which provides you with the value you are after from those products. Realizing that value is important. Our product people this morning, and for those of you who use several of our products that we have not spoken about, have a lot of functionality. Problem is, if you aren't utilizing all that functionality, there's a gap in the value that you're receiving from those products. So our goal is to help reduce that gap by helping you use more of the functionality that's available to you today. Leading that effort will be two gentlemen. George Hadcraft will be the Director of Account Services. Leo Marte is going to be the Director of our Customer Success Organization. Both of them personally, as well as their teams, bring multiple years of experience working with the industry, working with many of you and all of our customers, and working with our products. I talked about our relational support. This is not a political map. California would not be a red state. What we've done is broken the Americas into 3 regions, and each of these gentlemen will have support teams working underneath them, working with all of you on a regional basis so we can develop that relationship between you and our support organization. We also aligned these regions with our sales group so that you'll consistently have resources from sales and resources from support working together to strengthen the relationship and help you get the most out of what you use from Command Alkon. So Ben Runnels has joined us, and he'll be responsible for the Western region. Fred Schreiber for the Central region, and Pete Doobie will be responsible for the Eastern region. As you can see, much to the chagrin of our Australian and New Zealand customers, they're a part of our Western Americas division, and Latin America and Mexico are a part of our Eastern region in that regard for support services. Finally today, I thank you for your voice thus far, because a lot of the changes that we're making have come from hearing from you. We look for your continued feedback, working with any of your Command Alkon resources and letting us know how we're doing and how we can do a better job for you. Most importantly, sometime around January, many of you will be receiving an electronic survey called Net Promoter Score. A group called Satric Solution will be working with us. We ask you in advance, please take the time to fill out that survey and allow us with the information to let us know how we're doing. Listening to your voice, helping us shape our direction as we continue with our transformational change is very important. So I'll thank you in advance for your participation in that. Thank you for being here today. And to let you know what the next 2 days bring, and to kind of wrap things up today, I'll ask Steve Cox to come back up to the stage one more time.
Thank you, Monty. As you might suspect, a lot of hard work goes into pulling together an event like this. I'd like to take a moment and recognize a few folks who have worked very hard to make this a success for you, our customers. Michael Wilson, are you in the room? If you are, please stand up and be recognized. Lori Allen? So they're off working for you somewhere right now to make something better. Sean, are you here? Will you raise your hand? Let's give a big round of applause for Sean and the others. So over the next 2 days, we hope you take the opportunity to learn more about the product offerings we have. This year we have over 100 unique sessions planned. Please see any Command Alkon representative, we all have our names on the shirt, or stop by the information desk if you have any questions about how to get around, where the sessions are, those type things. Many sessions are offered more than once to give you the opportunity to see as many as possible. We also believe it is important for you not only to hear from us, but to hear from other producers and suppliers about how they use our products to benefit their operations. To facilitate this, we have several customer-led sessions. We would also like to get your feedback on how we can make this better. Monty mentioned NPS. Really, it's important to hear back from you. How can we bring value to you in many, many different ways? If you have some ideas, please join one of the customer product group sessions and let us know what you think. We also have sessions led by industry experts to help you improve your operations. Please join these sessions that will be beneficial either to you and or your company. An exciting new feature to this year's conference is what we have dubbed the rolling lunch schedule. Lunch will be served for 3 hours this year. We have strategically positioned the rolling lunch right in the middle of the day from 11 to 2. This is to facilitate you being able to attend the courses that you would like to attend. All breakout session materials will be conveniently posted on the web for your ease of access. You will also find photos that you and others take during the conference there. Please take a look at the site. We'd love to get your feedback on each session that you attend so we can improve for future events. So, each morning you'll receive an email making it easy for you to access the online evaluation form. Please take a few minutes and let us know how we can make future events more valuable to you. We would like to invite you to take advantage of our popular solutions labs. During these sessions, you can get one-on-one time with our team of experts to help you get more out of the products you use. The solutions labs will be open today from noon to 6 p.m. and tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. in the Augusta Ballroom on the 7th floor. Feel free to drop in and make a reservation or just drop in and see anybody that's available. That olive oil's a lucky woman, isn't she? We hope you'll join us in the exposition hall on the 8th floor tonight for our Halloween contest and party. Tomorrow night in the same room, we'll draw for prizes for those that turn in their stamped passport to the COMMANDoptimize registration desk. A special thank you to our sponsors and exhibitors. Please stop by and learn about their offerings that can help your business. And also, those will be the folks who will be stamping those passports we spoke about on the last slide. And somebody asked earlier, actually the sponsors and exhibitors will be in the Peachtree Ballroom on the 8th floor. For those of you who are planning ahead, please mark your calendars. We return to a very popular venue next year. We're heading back to New Orleans. The conference will take place on the 8th and 9th, pre-conference 2 days in advance. Last, but most important, thank you. Thank you for your business. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us. We greatly appreciate it. With that, we'll bring the session to the close. Have fun.